Grizzlies fans know it's the team that gives you the edge. Big River Steel does too. And much like the Grizzlies have recruited legendary talent, we want you to be part of our team. Are you ready to be part of something legendary? Then visit www.bigriversteel.com. That's www.bigriversteel.com.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans, one exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you during the Grizzlies 2024-2025 season. Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Anticipate each challenge, make a quick response, capitalize on every opportunity, and win. Greatness won't wait. It's true in basketball. It's true in banking. Grizzlies Checking from Pinnacle. Play hard. Bank easy. Open a Grizzlies checking account with at least $100 and a recurring direct deposit by August 31st, and you could receive a $200 direct deposit bonus into your account. Details at grizzliesbanking.com. Member FDIC.
Thanks for showing up, Memphis. Nothing beats catching your Grizzlies IRL, and nobody knows that better than you. So next time you want to hit up a game, Ticketmaster's got your back with tickets to every upcoming matchup. Whether you're catching the Grizzlies at home or on the road, you'll find tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Keep putting that jersey collection to use and get Grizzlies tickets today. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside again soon, Memphis.
I never in a million years would have ever thought that John Cena's final run would be as a heel.
I love it.
I love it.
Once they saw this from The Rock.
They knew it. Everybody knew it except for Cody, which was so good.
Great camera work by WWE.
And then the kick. Yeah, I don't think WWE gets enough credit for the camera work and the production quality. I mean, it is incredible.
Tune in to Grind City Wrestling weekly on the Grind City Media app and on the Grind City Media YouTube channel.
Our fans have a huge impact on our ability to play to the level that we're striving for.
Drop off, Durant. Oh! Well, you wanted home crowd involvement.
I love those moments where you see our guys engaging in the fans, and the fans just get pumped up.
They are standing in FedEx Forum.
I would hate to be on the other side with the opposition when FedEx Forum's rolling. That's such an unbelievable relationship that our group has with our fans.
Grammy, Academy, and Golden Globe Award-winning superstar Mary J. Blige, live in Memphis. The For My Fans Tour, live at FedEx Forum Saturday, April 19th, with special guests Neo and Mario. Get tickets now at livenation.com. The iconic Mary J. Blige for one night only.
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item, whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
Grizzlies fans, dunks, dimes, and no looks are great on TV, but nothing compares to catching them IRL. And that starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Ticketmaster gets you to the game so you can catch every highlight in person. From seeing your favorite Grizzly stars up close to hearing the squeak of the sneakers on the hardwood. Put that jersey collection to use and get tickets at Ticketmaster. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside, Memphis.
We touched on this earlier, the panel here, about what really has been the mainstay of the Grizzlies, and that's Jaren Jackson Jr. Trip has just been awesome.
He's posting guys up. He's stronger than he's ever been. He's physical, and he's scoring all type of ways.
Hey, Grizzlies fans, be sure to tune in to Grizz Beat, where the panel and I break down all things Grizzlies and take a look at the rest of the NBA as well. The show is live every Wednesday, 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Live from downtown Memphis, this is the Chris Vernon Show on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Now, here's your host, Chris Vernon.
GrindCityMedia.com. It's Chris Vernon Show. Welcome. It is the Monday, March 17th, 2025 edition of the show. Today on the show, Memphis Tigers are in the NCAA tournament and got a good seed. We will get to that. An unbelievable weekend around town with the Tony Allen retirement ceremony on Saturday night. We'll go through the Grizzlies weekend. We will go through the NCAA tournament bracket. Got some NFL news we're going to get to. We'll get to everything that took place over the weekend. We'll get you ready for the week ahead with 10 things. It is a Monday. It is beautiful outside. Smile. Let's do it. Turn it up. Get yourself downtown and shake it. Everybody's having a good day. All right, ton of stuff to get to on the show today. It was a very busy weekend with the Grizzlies playing a Friday night game against the Cleveland Cavaliers, Saturday night game against the Heat of Miami, and we had the Tony Allen retirement ceremony. We'll get to all of that. But the biggest news is obviously the University of Memphis winning the AAC tournament and punching their ticket to the NCAA tournament with a seed that none of us imagined were possible when we went off the air on Friday. We will get to all of that and everything that took place over the weekend. Take a first look at this NCAA tournament bracket that we have all printed off and ready to go. Before we get to anything, welcome John Roser to the show. John Roser, a.k.a. the Cologne Ranger, the Bat Spray Band, the Senior Sack, Johnny Backpole, Johnny Bearcat, John Asparagus, Johnny Neck Carb, John Lance, the Grim Roser, John Quadrant, Dr. Thunder, he's Yogi Roser.
What up?
Hello, John.
What up?
Devin Walker's here. He's the microphone mangler, Senor Quasadilla, Mr. Math, the Navajo Joe, the reporter, the photographer, he's Sir His, he's Walker 93.
You need the microphone.
I forgot I need a microphone. How you doing, good people? At some point today, I want to give away this, Verno.
Okay, we'll give it away later in the show.
At some point, I want to give away this.
Oh, and also I need to berate you. Let me go look into my.
You're getting berated.
Yeah.
Why am I being berated?
Look into my notes app. Hold on, let me see if I can find it on my notes app. So there were 1 million people at the game on Saturday night for the Tony Allen retirement ceremony night. There were tons of people that came into the pregame show. I met all kinds of people. I met people that flew in from Florida. I met people that flew in from the East Coast. I met people that had driven from Nashville and Little Rock and Oklahoma, all over. I mean, there were so many people, and there were so many faces from the past that I had not seen in so many years. Like, I'm talking about people that lived and died with the Grizzlies in the early 2010s. And maybe, life gets in the way. You get kids, you move out of town, whatever. There was some feeling of, and especially with all of the former players and coaches and et cetera, it was almost like a family reunion was going on with this Tourney Allen retirement night. And so I get done with the pregame show, and I'm going to wrap this all back around to berating you. I get done with the pregame show. I'm shaking hands, kissing babies, meeting all these people, whatever. And there's a young boy that is standing there by the cameras, and he's waiting. And I said, "Hey, man." And he's like, "Hey, Mr. Vernon." He goes, I had asked Devin to give me a shout out on your show, and he never did. And so I wanted to know if you could. And I was like, you know what, man? Let me pull out my notes app right now. And he said, "I'm Wes Pound's son." Our old buddy, Wes Pounds, who we worked at 730 many years ago.
I used to do the post-game show
You used to do the post-game show with Wes Pounds. He said, "I am Wes Pounds' son. My name is Price Pounds." And I said, "Price, I will do what Devin Walker will not do, and that is remember to shout you."
Wait.
So shout out to Price Pounds. It was a very sweet moment.
Did he have a little sister named Conley?
Very sweet moment.
Did he have a little sister named Conley?
He was alone.
Okay.
Yeah, by the way, he was alone. No parent around him either. He was just waiting, and he's like, "Look, man, I had asked Devin."
My bad, gang. my bad, bro.
So good.
I do forget sometimes.
So good.
It was
it was a sweet moment for sure. And he listens to the show all the time. And so, anyways, like I said, Saturday night was unbelievable. It's like a family reunion. And then
it's not the only one. You know who I ran into Saturday night? I ran into our old buddy Sean Arnell.
Oh, wow.
And he had his son with him, and his son said, "I said what's up to Devin earlier, and he just walked right past me. What a jerk."
Hold on. That did not happen. By the way, I was in immense pain at the beginning of that night. So it's probably when I was in pain. I was like struggling.
I did see you.
I was in pain.
I'm just joking. I just wanted to pile on.
Okay.
I did run into Sean Arnell.
I saw Devin in the hallway, and I was like, "Hey, man, I'm about to go down to the Tourney Allen press conference." I was like, "What are you doing?" Because he was like going in some kind of like door on. Like, I was in pain, bro. And he was like, "Man, I'm looking for some ibuprofen." I was like, "Man, you gotta start taking it easier on Friday night."
No, bro, it's my mouth, bro. I had a toothache, bro. I popped like 6 of them joints.
All right,
I was fine.
Big weekend around here, Friday night, Saturday night, and then of course yesterday was a massive college basketball day. We will get to all of it with 10 things.
I love 10 things.
We know. Number one, the Tigers win the American Athletic Conference Tournament. AAC. While we have lamented being in this godforsaken conference, playing against the likes of Rice and Lomain, now it did not hurt us. First, let's get to the AAC Conference Tournament, okay? So, they end up winning their game on Friday after we get off the air, and then win their game on Saturday, and then they've got to face UAB on Sunday. To me, I would say, decently nervous about this game, simply because when you are in the spot in the conference where your deal is sealed, like you're going to the NCAA tournament, it's not the end of the world if you lose that game. It's just not. And as we've talked many times, it's very hard to be able to replicate the hunger and desperation of a team. It's impossible to replicate the desperation and the hunger of a team that everything is on the line for them, because if we're being honest, like, it's not for you, right? Like, there's no way around that. Your seeding is on the line, and we have this, feeling of, and I texted you guys yesterday as we were talking throughout this whole day, and I said, they are going to hammer us if we lose this game. Yeah. And now Tyrese Hunter, it became pretty clear to anybody that was watching the game. This guy was when you come back out on the bench in a boot in the game on Saturday.
In your uniform, by the way. You didn't put sweats on. You had your uniform on in the boot.
In the game on Saturday, number one, it speaks to how big of a heart you've got for your teammates and that team, right? Because that is the moment where you are crushed internally, especially when this is your last go-round, and you would be crushed internally, and no one would blame you for having a selfish moment and being like, oh my God, this is how it ends for me. It ends for me in the conference tournament. Like, all I wanted to do is get back to the NCAA tournament and prove my worth. I think this team has got the capability to do something special. And instead, there is that moment that had to have come over him where it feels like, oh my God, it's over for me. And his instinct was to go strap on a boot, come back out, and fire up his teammates and cheer on his teammates. I think that tells me everything you need to know about Tyrese Hunter. And then when we see him yesterday on the bench, it becomes very clear. Like, bro, they are not going to have this guy, right? I had told you this whole season, he had missed that moment in time, which now they have revealed he had the torn meniscus, and he was just playing through it, which, again, that sounds a lot worse than it is. Like, there's all manner of guys that have played through torn meniscuses, especially during the course of NBA seasons, and then they get it dealt with in the offseason, and they decide whether they're going to repair or extract or whatever they're going to do with it. But you can, right? But he had also not been the Tyrese Hunter that we saw, and I had told you guys many times, like, that guy we saw in Maui, he ain't got that anymore. He ain't got that level anymore. But he's playing through it, and I respect it, right? And he's also like a heart and soul kind of guy. But when you saw him in the street clothes on the bench yesterday wearing the boot, it's like, all right, they're not going to have him.
Yeah.
So, as I said, you fast forward to yesterday, they're playing in this game against UAB, and it's like, yo, they are going to have to really play some kind of home run game to beat this UAB team. I know UAB's not some kind of great shakes, but they have one amazing player, and it means everything to them.
And beating the team a third time is hard.
And you've played them twice already, and in the end, if you were down because one of your best players has gone down, if you didn't have the requisite energy after playing a third game in 3 days, if you didn't have the requisite hunger and tenacity that your opponent had simply because it's all or nothing for them and it's not for you, I would have understood. Which made me feel amazing about the way yesterday went, because those guys buckled down and they went ahead and won the conference tournament, and regular season champions, tournament champions, and by virtue of pulling off what they did yesterday, they enabled themselves to get a much better seed than any of us would have expected.
So the committee said that they were already a 5. They had already made them a 5.
They already were. It wouldn't have mattered if they lost.
Nothing that happened yesterday mattered.
They were a 5.
They were already a 5.
That's bogus.
No, it's not.
It's not. That's what they said.
It's not. They were already a 5.
They're already a 5.
They had the bracket done Saturday.
I understand, Roser. They've also lied about everything.
They have lied about stuff.
Yes.
About the North Carolina thing, too?
They've lied about everything. Number 2, the seeding. Right. They lie about everything. Okay, so let me accept what you say, right? Or what they say.
Yeah, we're just quoting.
Okay, I understand.
We're just quoting the committee.
We're quoting Bubba.
I understand.
Yeah.
Okay, and the idea that Sunday wouldn't have mattered is asinine, but I will accept that it obviously did not matter for Michigan.
It didn't matter.
Right?
Yeah.
Which is, again, bogus. Okay, but that's fine. Let's just say, but you guys know, as soon as North Carolina popped up, as soon as they popped up, my immediate inclination was, Oh my God, no. They are using the predictive measurements. That is the only thing. North Carolina stinks and has won one of their 13 cracks at a quad one win, and they had to steal that one against UCLA. So they very easily, they are an inch, a centimeter away from being 0-13 when they played anybody good.
Yeah.
Okay? But they're like 30th or 32nd in Ken Palm or something like that, right? So there's the like this is what we've been talking about all year. Say, the predictive measurements, the analytics do not like Memphis. They haven't liked us all year. The highest we got was like 40s or early 40s, and we're now like 50-something in that deal.
Because we have close wins to bad teams, yeah.
Fine, but those are all the predictive measurements that tell you, okay, and whether you want to accept those or not, here's how good a team actually is, right?
Right.
All right, so if you're putting North Carolina in the tournament, you are doing that only based on the predictive measures, because they have not, if you either have to rank teams based on their results or what they say how good you are.
Right.
I have to disregard your results and say, yeah, I know what the results are, but we know because of these analytics that this team is much better than that, right? Yeah. They are much better than their results. Okay. So there's only two ways to decide. And that's why I could not have been more stunned when Memphis got a 5. Because of the North Carolina thing. Because the North Carolina thing tells me you are disregarding the results. Because you can't look at, whoever you want to. West Virginia, Indiana, Boise, all these teams we talk about that got left out, right? Yeah. They've got better results.
Right.
Yeah, right?
Better resume,
so which is it?
Okay.
And so they ranked Memphis based on their results and not their predictive, and they put North Carolina in not because of their results, but because of their predictive. No, which do you value?
Okay, so
and their pedigree.
I still think they were a 5. The committee had them as a 5, win or lose that UAB game. The UAB game is not going to drop them. Oh, we got them a 5, and if they lose to UAB, now they're going all the way down here. They had them as a 5 the whole time.
Yeah, like
they did. They had them as a 5. And they had them as a 5 on Saturday.
I'm with it. They said they had that penciled in. If UAB would have beat Memphis, they would have just erased it. Erase the UNC thing and put them in, but like, I don't think they deserve to be in. I saw it and I was like, bro, how the hell they get in because their name is North Carolina?
Right.
Like if you change their name to
crazy.
Change their name to
just explain that to me.
The North Carolina thing's nuts.
Is it result? Yeah. Which do they weigh? They just decided on North Carolina we're going to use predictive because if you use predictive for Memphis, Memphis is screwed.
Exactly. It's bad.
Right,
so they put in pedigree and predictive numbers.
But if you use, but here's the predictive numbers.
But Gary put in Bubba Cunningham is the committee chair.
Yeah. But Gary did this. Gary did this on the show this morning. He did it on his show this morning. He said Gonzaga. If you use predictive for Gonzaga, Gonzaga's a top 3 seed.
Right.
If you use results, Gonzaga's on the 8-9 line, which is where Gonzaga is.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They use results for everybody
except for North Carolina.
A pedigree,
committee chair,
pedigree, and committee chair, and
pedigree though, because like I saw John Rothstein talking about that last night with Gary, and he's like, if you want to go pedigree, Indiana has a better resume than North Carolina. Indiana's got pedigree.
Here's the crazy thing,
not Carolina's, but here's
the crazy thing. Everybody got the. Nobody had Memphis as a 5 seed. Nope. Nobody in the world.
Yeah, they didn't.
Nobody.
None of them.
No.
None of the
So that's why it's hard for me to accept when they say that.
Yeah.
Bro,
they
have bracket matrix. At best, we thought we were getting 6.
I thought I had it nailed.
Minimum.
I told you. I told y'all 6-11, 7-10, Arkansas. And going into the final region,
we had a chance at
it. I thought we were going to get it.
But it also tells me, too, like, F your metrics, bro. Like, just who? You know what I'm saying? Because all these people that do these brackets, from the Jared Lenardi and the Palms and none of them have Memphis where they are.
Nobody.
Except the
Nobody
bracket.
has
Except
Memphis
the
as a
real
5.
bracket. You know
And,
what I'm saying?
none of them had North Carolina in.
Yeah, but we can't like it when
I'm liking it.
But look, we just like it because this year it broke our way.
Right.
Because they have screwed us
For
in the
once.
past.
For once, we got a good deal.
Surprise us one time.
Yeah.
And the truth that we can all be happy with it, like, yeah, awesome. We got a 5. We weren't expecting a 5. Dude, you got to go win, and you're in the freaking 5-12, which is...
Okay, but here's what I'm going to say about this, okay? When I said this, and you guys know, because I can't go back on what I said, I told you I'd rather be a 6 or a 7 than a 12, or than a 5, simply because those 5-12 games are always a disaster, right? You can call me glass half full all you want. I understand that they're an underdog in this. And I know they're going to be the sexy 5-12 upset in this, which won't even be an upset because they are not favored in this game, okay? They're saying that the seeding is way off in terms of who is the better team because Colorado State is predicted to win this game. When I said 5-12, and there were a lot of these teams that I brought up to you guys, and I said, I don't want to play somebody with a 7-footer. And I was like, but when I said I'd rather, if you're like 6 or 7, in many cases, you're playing against an okay, pretty good big conference team. That is in many cases who you end up against, right? In those spots. And then you're playing against the 2, or you're playing. So we obviously wanted no part of 8 or 9. But then when we discussed, I was like, you know what? I'd be fine with a 6 or a 7 because those 5-12s are death traps in many cases. Okay? And I said, because what you're doing in large part is playing against these like small conference schools that are awesome. They got like 30 wins on the year. And I brought up Drake as one of those. I look at this. Colorado State is not some kind of like small school when we think of like, you know, the upsets that make us remember that team forever, right? The same way we remember a Valparaiso, the same way we remember a Florida Gulf Coast, the same way we remember a Florida Atlantic,
Lehigh.
the same way we remember a Lehigh. Like that ain't them.
Yeah.
I look at it and I go, no. When I said I was scared of 5-12 because of the type of team that you end up having to play, I look around and I go, bro, of all the 5-12s, I get it. They're underdogs in the game. I don't think they should be, okay? The other 12s are UC San Diego, exactly what I was talking about.
Yep.
Liberty, exactly what I was talking about. And then the other one is McNeese.
I would have stayed no.
Exactly what I was like. I look at the 5-12s and everybody's like, oh, a 5-12, you know, whatever. Like Colorado State is like. That's a school that has been in the NCAA tournament. They've got one of the best players in the country, in Nate Clifford, and people have an awareness of them and a real awareness of that conference. That's not some small school,
that can
right?
Keep up on you,
that you like don't know anything about and has won 30 games. McNeese is, Liberty is.
Yeah. Also, you have to talk to your players.
San Diego, San Diego didn't have cameras at their games.
Nah.
You know,
they just became D1.
Those are the ones. To me, when I look at 5-12, this is not a typical 5-12 game.
No.
Your typical 5-12 game is exactly what those other ones are running into, which is Michigan having to face San Diego and Liberty taking on Oregon and
Clemson McNeese.
You know who McNeese's coach is.
We'll wait.
So you know they got athletes.
I'm just saying.
Bagman.
Those are, when we go back through history and we go, ooh, the 5-12, those other 3 apply way more than Memphis and Colorado State. Way more. Those are the 5-12s that we've grown up with. Liberty winning, McNeese winning, or San Diego winning. And you're like, bro, these teams are like 28 30-win teams in these small conferences. Yeah. You know nothing about them. They play well together.
All right, to your point.
Your players are like,
I always have a point.
Well, some of them you do, some of them you don't on 12-5s. Some of them you don't.
Dang.
Oregon did beat Wisconsin in a 12-5 game, so that doesn't, Grand Canyon beat St. Mary's last year. James Madison beat Wisconsin last year.
That's how it goes, bro.
New Mexico State beat UConn in 2022. Murray State, John Morant's team, beat Marquette in 2019.
Thank you.
Also in 2019, 12-seeded Liberty knocked off the 5-seed Mississippi State.
It's because the players on the other side see like these brand names like, yo, Liberty, bro. I'm going to take Liberty serious. I'm going to take UC San Diego serious.
These 12s.
What I look like.
Right.
Also, 2016,
That's who you get beat.
12-seed, coached by Chris Beard, Little Rock, beat Purdue.
But no, I think we got
Colorado State is favored to beat us, and they're from a real conference who's put a bunch of teams in the Sweet 16 and the Elite 8 and the Final Four over the years. Like, this is not some small school that, you know, like those, the 12s that exactly when I talked to you guys, and I said, man, the thing that sucks about being on the 5 is you end up playing these 12s who are way better than 12s. Like they don't have the resumes, but they end up being really, really good teams, and they're dangerous. And that's exactly when I saw the way this broke.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I'd much rather play a Colorado State than I would a friggin' McNeese or somebody like that. I get it. Not all of them are going to be good.
Right.
Yeah,
but those are, over the years, those are the kind of upsets where it's like, hey, man, this team is way better than you think they are. They just didn't get a crack at playing good teams.
Yeah,
and if they would have gotten a crack at playing good teams, you would understand how good they are.
Yeah, I hate that they sent our ass to the West Coast. That's the only part I'm mad about.
Well, at least it's a 1 o'clock game.
They shipped it to Seattle.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, you get the 5 seed, but you got to play up there in Seattle, buddy.
Well, I mean, you're not going to get preferential treatment when you're the 5.
For the fan base, you know, like fans.
Oh, no, that's not an easy one to get to.
I looked it up last night. I was like, yo, can you catch a one-way flight? It's like $800.
Yeah.
So
You're not.
That's the only negative downside is like they ship you to the West Coast. But other than that, you got a nice little draw. And Penny already beat them before. Penny beat them in NIT, I believe, 3 years ago.
Yeah.
When David Roddy was on the team.
I don't hate
you worry about them.
I don't hate the draw at all.
No,
and then the second round is Maryland. Again,
get on your ass.
This is not the best of the ACC.
Nah. That's what I'm saying. Sweet 16
And that
bound.
ACC did not get any credit. Louisville was in the title game with a chance to beat Duke with 6 minutes left to go, and they got a damn 8 seed. So,
hey, I'm with it, bro. Sweet 16 bound. Then we make next step.
ACC
Elite
got
8.
a little overrated, too,
So-
obviously, because they put North Carolina in,
Right.
despite the fact they lose to everybody.
In the last 10 years, 2015, 2018, and 2023 are the 3 years where no 12s beat 5s.
Oh, really?
2015, 2018, 2023. 2020, there was no tournament.
Oh, I said,
of COVID.
Maryland's in the Big Ten. We forgot about that.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we
I
think
keep
about the
forgetting.
old days.
You're
Yeah,
right.
yeah, we forgot about
But they're overrated, too.
Yeah.
I watched yesterday. Michigan played Wisconsin, and I thought the score was going to be 32-30.
It was, 125 at halftime?
And then they came on after the game, and they were like, if you like the highest scoring bracket, this is the highest scoring Wisconsin team of all time. And I was like, I just watched them. He can't score for shit.
Scored 40 points a game.
I was like, the halftime score was like 26-23.
They were literally just on this channel before you guys went on, and they couldn't score.
I literally just watched them. This is the highest scoring Wisconsin team ever? I've seen higher scoring football games.
Yeah, don't tell me about
This is
that.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, so are we marking down a Sweet 16 berth?
I think look, put me on record.
I mean, you can put me on record too.
I love this draw.
Put me on wax.
I don't hate
Memphis
this
to
at
the
all.
Sweet 16. Balls out, baby.
I don't hate this
No,
draw.
you've got a
I
good
don't
run to
hate
the
it.
Sweet
Me either.
16. You've got a chance. Yeah.
Bro.
I don't hate it.
Got a
Get to
real
the Sweet
chance.
16.
We have beaten like better teams than this.
Yes.
Yes.
100%.
Colorado State's whole deal is built on beating Boise State 3 times. Who cares?
Who cares?
Who cares?
We don't care about the Broncos.
Oh, you beat Boise State 3 times. Congrats.
Name me a Boise State basketball player.
The dude that got drafted by the Bulls.
Chandler Hutchison.
Yeah, Hutchison.
That's it. Name another.
Kellen Moore.
He's a basketball
Oh, yeah.
player.
Oh, yeah.
Not a
Doug
basketball.
Martin.
He's also a football player.
Oh, yeah.
Ashton
Also a football player.
Leighton Vander Esch. Yeah.
Wow, shout out to him, man. Legend.
They're all football
Wolf Hunter.
players. Yeah.
Yeah, they're all
football school.
Jared Zabransky.
Yeah.
All right, So anyways, they're gonna like, who have they beat, bro?
Yeah.
Right.
We got wins.
We got dubs. Our resume is nice. David Roddy not walking through that door.
Missouri, Michigan State,
got him.
Clemson on the road, 10 a.m.
Got him.
Duke couldn't place.
Duke couldn't win at Clemson.
Couldn't win at Clemson. We got wins.
Walk in your trap and
Ole
take over your
Miss.
trap. Dub.
We got wins.
Keep going. Who else we got?
Who are your wins?
Who else we got?
Everybody in the free world is picking, and I love it. Everybody is picking Colorado State.
Let 'em.
Everybody.
I
get
know
to do
you
the
did.
underdog thing.
I did it too. I took the money line. I bet money line.
Oh, I'm gonna throw some little cheddar on that money line.
I said it to you the second it came out.
I'm gonna throw some money on that money line.
Look,
we're throwing the money on the money line.
Get some money
two of the best players in the country in Haggerty and Dane Danger. And watch this. Look, there's going to be people that be like, oh, well, they're not going to have one of the best players in Tyrese Hunter. Tyrese Hunter has been a shell of himself more recently. And I don't look at it in some ways. I'm not saying, look, I would much prefer having Tyrese Hunter. But I want Tyrese Hunter from Maui. And Tyrese Hunter from Maui doesn't exist. He's not there anymore. So I look at it and I go, okay, I watched the way they play yesterday. Your plug and play becomes, it's not like in sometimes you lose a guy and it's like, oh my God, how are they going to replace him? Well, on the defensive end, the kid can defend. And on the offensive end, and on the offensive end, I look at it and go, bro, it's not like those shots that Tyrese Hunter leaves on the board, like that those are going to all of a sudden go to some guy that we don't want them to go to. Those shots just turn to two better players, honestly.
Yeah.
It just means more of Haggerty and more of Danger. That's it.
Yeah.
Nah, for real.
And you have stars and role players. You have two stars. Two stars.
Man.
Stars. And then these role players, Rogers got to make threes. They got to defend. They got to keep the ball moving. But, like, it's not like they have, like, that's the one thing I'm going to give him massive credit for. Penny has got these guys to play with that stars and role players chemistry.
Yeah.
You don't watch it and go, why in the hell is Musa Cisse taking 12 shots? Like, that's never happening.
Yeah.
The ball goes to the right guys. And I will take, look, I'm not kidding you. In the country, give me Haggerty and Danger and let me go to war with them. Like, there's not going to be a much better guard big pairing.
No.
Because one team might have a guard stopper, but they might have a big stopper. One team might have a big stopper, but they might have a guard stopper.
And I told you, the two things that I desperately did not want to play were one of these, like when we mentioned Drake. I don't want to play one of these teams that's going to friggin' be 350th in pace and make us play some kind of half-court game, and everybody's just going to lose their mind and get frustrated because we can't turn them over and we got to play a half-court game, and now we're massively uncomfortable. I don't want that. The other thing, and I even expressed to you guys a exact matchup. I said, God forbid, please, God, do not end up against a team like friggin' Creighton that's got a 7-2 guy. Because that's the only thing when you need Danger to be great. Mm-hmm. I don't want to play one of these teams with a friggin' 7-footer that can just stand in front of the basket, right? Because he's not 7 feet. And I don't want that. And, I mean, Louisville got that draw. I mean, that's hell. That's hell. And we really thought that an 8-9 game could be possible. And I'm like, please, God, do not face some team that walks it up the court every single time. And please don't face a team that has some kind of 7'2" guy on their team. Other than that, I'm fine. Colorado State's tallest guy they start is 6'8". They have, now I'm not going to take anything away from them. Really well coached, really good team, and they have one amazing player. Nate Clifford's a pro by all accounts. He is 6th in Ken Palm's player rankings this year. In terms of, and it will be a one-man deal. Like, they have to figure out what they're doing with Neat Clifford and deal with him. Because, interestingly enough, if you go to the KenPom rankings, he has a metric that's called game MVPs, which is basically how responsible are how many of the games are you responsible for? Like, you were the best player on the floor. You are responsible for your team winning and losing. And to that point, and I will tell you that, like, PJ Haggerty is like 7th in the country. And many of the guys you would have a great awareness of, whether it's Janai Broom, whether it's Ryan Kalkbrenner, whether it's Cooper Flagg. Like, these are the kind of names on there. Even that Yaxel kid, Lindenborg from UAB. But number 1, by a 2-game margin, with 20 game MVPs, is Neat Clifford from Colorado State.
Sheesh.
He is more responsible for his team's season than any player in the country. So you got one guy to deal with.
You got one guy.
Right? The others beat you, But this guy has been incredible this season. Incredible. All year. He actually started at Colorado, and now he is at Colorado State, but he is having just an incredible year for them.
Turn him over, man. Make him handle the rock.
And is a great, great player who is going to be an NBA player. But again, he's one guy. Right? He's one guy, and he is the thing that makes Colorado State what Colorado State is this season. And so they've got to take care of business and give themselves a chance at playing against Maryland, because this kid's great. He's great.
He is.
He's a great
kid's
player.
good. This kid's good.
Penny, I think Penny, like, I know we talked about how well he's done putting the roster together. I think it's probably the best season as a whole season coaching wise for Penny, right? Whether it's making adjustments, whether it's tweaking things here or there. So like
especially with losing his whole staff right before the season.
Exactly.
That totally gets like winning does cure all.
It is cure all,
because like, dude, that is completely forgotten about. That his entire staff was wiped out right before the season.
But even in the AAC tournament, Ron Hunter said this dude just coached the best game I've ever seen him coach. Yep. So you could tell he's figuring it out too. So go into this game, Penny, make some stuff shake. Hey, Sweet 16. Let's go. I got my Final Four shirt on. San Antonio on the shirt. This is 2009.
I will say this. I think they have a chance. And that's all I wanted.
Yeah, right.
I wanted to look at the bracket and go, could they get to the Sweet 16? And I think they could.
Yeah. And deal with Florida when you deal with Florida. You
deal with Florida when you got to deal with Florida.
I mean,
okay, whatever.
I watched them play. I was like,
man,
them move at a different speed, boy.
They are huge, and they've got an All-American guard.
Not to mention, they bring guys off the bench that are every bit as good as the guys that I was just watching.
Yeah.
Like, I watched them play Tennessee yesterday. Tennessee, that one kid, Gainey, put the team on his back.
He was
and
trying.
I'm like, bro,
he was trying,
is this kid gonna will them back? And they had the crowd, they had the momentum, they had everything, in Florida just immediately stopped it. And I was like, God bless. This team is awesome.
They at different level. I saw they didn't say that
they have everything.
They're 5-1 against the top 3 teams in the SEC, the best conference ever. 5-1. Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
Hey, did you see the guy cutting down the net without a ladder?
Oh, yeah. He went to IMG.
Oliver, whatever his name is.
Yeah, he went to IMG, man.
This guy's like
what if they just put
8 foot tall?
What if they just put him out there? It's just
crazy.
Florida, different breed.
No, that team is great. Look, let's just hope you can get to the second weekend.
Yeah, Florida plays like regular. They play like 3 guys who are 6'10" and taller. Like, it's just.
We got one of those. He can barely catch.
Like, they're huge.
We got one of those that
it's
can barely catch.
It's going to be interesting because their second round, they drew either Oklahoma or UConn. I mean, that's not easy. It's not easy.
Bro, we watched that UConn team. Florida would beat the piss out of them.
Well, we're gonna get to find out.
They may play Oklahoma, though. They may play their conference counterpart.
You're going to get to find out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is it's not like they're playing some rat that they're just going to lay over. Number 3, the bracket. All right, so I honestly, if you would have asked me a week ago, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, I would have said Auburn is going to run away with this thing because, like, how are you supposed to deal with them? And then they've lost 3 of their last 4, and I don't know what to make of it, right? Yeah. Like, it's just odd to watch them lose 3 of those last 4, and it just doesn't give you the same feeling as you had. I mean, all season long, when I watched them, I was like, good grief.
Yeah, they're a problem.
What are you supposed to do with this? But obviously, they have had some problems as of late. I don't, like, many times in the absence of, and maybe it is just recency bias because of Florida, and we watched Florida yesterday, and that's what's dangerous about all of this, because you got done, and especially in the absence of Cooper Flagg with Duke, you get done watching like these last couple of weeks and through this conference tournament when everybody is paying more attention than usual. And it's like, there wasn't many times I will have like a group of teams and it's like the bracket comes out and I'd be like, oh, no problem for them. I'm going to pick them going far, right? And this year is a little bit different because, I mean, you look up and down this bracket, and I'm not married to a team or a couple of teams like I usually am. The one that I saw where I was like, oh, well, they're going to be a big problem was Houston. I did not see, like, I mean, even if you're not in love with the twos, like, these twos are erratic. Alabama, hit or miss.
Never know what you're doing with them.
They're not making trades.
Tennessee, hit or miss. Michigan State, hit or miss. St. John's, hit or miss. Like, they all had great seasons. They're all fantastic teams. But I'm saying, even when you got to the 2 line, it's like, usually there's some team or some group of players that I've fallen in love with. Yeah. And Auburn was the one for sure with me all year. All year. I never thought Auburn was not going to win this, like, or be a team. For the whole season, I felt like, well, there's a final, like, they'll be in the Final Four. I don't know what happens once they get to the Final Four, but they'll be in the Final Four. And then they lost, and I can't decide whether or not I want to wait these last 3 out of 4 games and feel like, okay, well, they've proven to me they can lose. Because for so long, it was like, who is beating them?
I mean, they still could be that same team, though.
They still, yeah, they
but
could.
Why?
They could.
I mean, you got a whole season of a track record of they beating the crap out of everybody.
The reason they could is because
I got it, but they get to the second round and they're playing Louisville or Creighton.
Right, yeah. It's a tough matchup. It is. Like
neither one of those is fun.
They're tough. Yeah. That's a tough 8-9 game.
Not to mention they get to play Louisville. If Louisville beats Creighton, get to play them in freaking Lexington,
which is crazy.
Auburn playing Louisville and Lexington is just downright unfair.
And I heard the committee try to like break that down, and I was like,
well, because we got 14 teams. Like, yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. They lie about everything.
I was like,
well, we got 14 teams. I was like, so we try to do our best or whatever. And it's like, bro, how about you take care of the best one?
Exactly.
Like,
don't put them in freaking Lexington.
If they get past it, if they do get past it, they are taken care of because it's in Atlanta, which is like an hour from their campus.
I got it.
But
like, if they can get past it, they're going to be good.
But that doesn't have to be Louisville.
I know.
It can be what? UConn. It could be Oklahoma. It could be Baylor. It could be Gonzaga.
That doesn't have to be Louisville.
No, I know.
They sent our ass to Seattle and we're a 5.
That's what I'm saying.
So don't tell me. Like an hour from campus.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Our folks shipped us, man.
That was wild.
Yeah, that's
yeah, right. They're an hour from campus. We're 600 miles or 600,000 miles from campus.
Nobody gonna be at the game.
I mean, 25 rich people. Right?
That's crazy, bro. But yeah. Hey, you see the thing about Alabama though? Speaking of Alabama, you saw the last time they finished 5-5 in the SEC, they ended up in the Final Four.
I mean, again,
they just
I
shoot
love
the ball.
Sears.
Like,
oh yeah, the guard, yeah, he's nice.
I
they
love
hit
him.
shots. They're good.
Yeah.
I mean, like they can hit 23s in a game, and if they hit 23s, they're gonna bomb you out.
Did you have somebody you were married to when this thing came out? You just knew.
I'm still Auburn.
You knew you were having them go far no matter.
I'm Auburn. I've got Auburn winning it all no matter
I just think
what.
I said the body of work, bro, is just like they've been stomping people out all year. And then Houston just gonna suffocate people.
And we may be able to say like these teams, they had a better awareness of Auburn than, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They had a better awareness of Auburn than maybe some of their Like, you know, you
They
get
already
to see them, you
played
get
them
to
already,
feel them, you get to
yeah.
understand the way they play, and it's not a first go-round. Whereas for these teams that when you get to the NCAA tournament, that's their first go-round dealing with Auburn.
Exactly.
And it's like, if I've got a bunch of game tape and I've got a bunch of, like, and I felt it, right? Like, I mean, that stands to reason that you're going to be able to be more competitive if you see it again. You should be able to.
Yeah.
I mean, to UAB's credit, we beat them by 1,000 the first time we played them.
Well, like
right?
in Auburn,
Then this game was what, like
and
almost a
right.
And it proved
three-possession game?
Gary had talked about it on the show forever, and it proved out like these last 4 games didn't matter. Like they had the number 1 overall seed totally wrapped up. Like I saw both of their games against Bama. I saw the one in Tuscaloosa, and that one in Tuscaloosa that Auburn beat, dude. It wasn't even a game. Like Alabama sometimes would get it down to like 6. But Auburn was so far and away better than them the entire game and looked the part that, like, even when they lost to them, I didn't. Because I still
even in
remember
that-
that. Like,
hey,
I know how good they can be.
It took a crazy shot to beat them.
Yeah,
too.
like, I know
what I'm
how
saying?
good Auburn
Well,
can
and
be.
even in that game that Tennessee beat them over the weekend, it was double broom, double broom, double broom. And they got wide open threes that they missed.
Yeah, so, and they averaged still 90 points a
And
game.
Pearl said after the game, he said, well, if you look at the Tennessee game, he's like, we let them jump on us early. He goes, which means he's like, our defense has to be better to start these games. If our defense is better, like he does not seem worried about his team.
Out of the 1 seeds, are you most like leastly worried about the Duke one? Are they like the least most like dominant, you think, out of the ones? Because they lost their best player?
I mean, it's all dependent on whether they have flag or not. To me,
That's what I'm saying. Like,
still have great players. So
they have great players, but if you take flag away,
if you take flag off of it, it's not. I mean, come on.
Because if it wasn't for a lane violation, they probably might have lost to North Carolina.
By the way, how do you call that? And players do that shit every play.
Every play.
Well,
That's
how
insane.
do you- but better question is, how do you do that if you're
Yeah,
the
why
player?
did he do that?
What did you do?
CTE, bro.
Yeah.
He got a little anxious.
What are you doing?
He like made
How?
it to
He was
be a
like,
fake.
he was like,
And you're not even the inside guy.
yeah, you're not.
It's also like, why are you doing that to your teammate who's shooting? Like trying to fake out like that.
It reminds me. It reminds me of the team. There's always that one bozo defensive lineman when they're obviously doing a hard count on 4th and 2 before they're going to back up and punt it. Right?
Oh.
And they're like, hut, and the guy jumps over and like,
yeah.
bro. Everybody knows what they're doing.
Yeah, bro.
They're not hiking the ball. They're trying to get you to jump, and then they're going to back up 5 yards and punt it away. Why are you jumping? Like, that's what that kid is.
Yeah.
So was there when you first saw this when they announced the bracket, you saw it was all done? Like you said, you love Memphis's draw. You're not worried about the 5 or 2. Is there an upset immediately? Go, yeah, I'm picking that. I'm taking that.
Another one that,
I'm taking that upset. That's going to be an
I saw
upset.
and I thought, oh,
Like
they in trouble.
immediately.
I got 2.
I mean, I was a little persuaded by my buddy Alan Boston, who, by the way, is flying in tonight,
Let's go.
and he will be here tomorrow and Wednesday.
Let's go.
shout out to our guys.
Oh, he's not staying for the first weekend?
No,
Okay.
he'll be here tomorrow and Wednesday.
All right.
Probably
He said that's when we usually do the shows. That's when I'll be there.
All right.
Okay. And then he's flying to Vegas.
Oh, he's going to go to Vegas.
Snap.
All
Go to
right.
Vegas, make some money. But I said like first, like quick, probably the McNeese joint against Clemson, and then a 5-12 joint. When they was talking about UC San Diego, I was like, yep. UC San Diego, first year being a Division I team. Like, bro, they score the ball. Like those are 2 I was like, oh.
Yeah.
If they win, I will not. It won't be like a.
The
Super
first one
surprise.
that I saw where, I don't want to say the first one. The 2 that I was going to pay attention the most to are 2 of the teams that I had talked about on the show last week. High Point and what kind of draw they would get with that mean mugging guy.
Shout out to the meme mug.
And I had also gone through like, hey man, they ain't got a bunch of High Point kids. They got a Mississippi State kid and a Kansas kid and what. I was like, you're gonna run, and they're playing Purdue,
Yeah.
who has let people down in the past, right?
Yeah.
So that was one where I was like, I don't know if I'll pick it, but I was like, it's exactly the kind.
Yeah.
And the other one was obviously Drake.
Drake.
Memphis beat Missouri.
Yeah.
I mean,
Dude, they are going to slow that game down.
That Drake
man.
story is so awesome. And it's like, I don't think Missouri, like, what I would be worried about with somebody like Drake is that you are going to You're going to face a team that's going to press you to death and just demolish you athletically, and you're not, because you got D2 athlete, and you're not going to be able to deal with it. That's not Missouri.
No.
I don't think Missouri is just going to.
They score.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I got it. But you remember how a couple of years ago when I talked about how, I still remember to this day taking John Morant, and then they ran into, in the second round, they played against Florida State. It's like, okay.
Right. You're.
That's the kind of team that I was nervous Drake was going to catch.
Yeah.
Also, the other thing, Purdue ain't going to run all over High Point.
No, we seen.
You're playing a game, like, you're probably playing a 58 to 54 game. And it's like, I'm going to have a crack at that.
Well, on the Drake Missouri one, like the thing, go look at Missouri when they lose. Dude, they give up so many points, so they don't defend. And Drake is going to make them defend the entire shot clock. Like, dude.
So those were the two. Just because I had put an eye on those teams anyway because of what they pulled off this year, and then seeing the draw, I was like, oh yeah, you could see that, right? Yeah. You're getting a chance at a big name school that's pretty good from a big conference.
Another one too,
but not some team that's just gonna like. I mean, again, the worst thing that can happen is you got some 6'8" Condor that's gonna press you for 94 feet, and like they just can't handle it. They're too athletically deficient.
Yeah.
We get 4 teams: the state of Tennessee, Vandy, Lipscomb, and Memphis.
Yep.
So we got 4. So Lipscomb plays Iowa State. Iowa State, Otzelberger announced their second leading scorer is out.
Oh wow!
For the rest of the season.
That if you were like make a quick glimpse, that Akron, Arizona joint, and I'm probably gonna pick this in my bracket. I know we talked about the Maryland Grand Canyon one. I had to Google it. Bryce Drew's their head coach, bro.
Yeah.
If Grand Canyon clipped them, bro.
They won as a 12 last year.
You know what I'm saying? If they clipped them, you would not be surprised. Because Bryce Drew can coach.
And the other one is what's his name? When we first had Allen on, and this is like 2.5, 3 weeks ago, he told us San Diego was awesome.
Yeah, he did.
So the second they popped up and they were going to be playing against Michigan. Again, I had just watched Michigan win the Big Ten championship. These teams couldn't score. That Michigan-Wisconsin game was like from the 40s.
Wisconsin, they play Montana. Go Grizz.
Yeah, right?
The Montana Grizzlies go Grizz against Wisconsin.
I have no idea about them.
Yeah, I
But and again, I don't know anything about San Diego either.
No, but you got to put
two things I know
you
about.
Put UC at the beginning when you say San Diego.
Oh, you do?
Because San Diego is the school where that guy that played for the quarterback that made the NFL win. This is UC San Diego. You got to make sure you put UC at the beginning.
No, I think they're
not the same thing.
They're different?
These are the Triton. That's the other one is San Diego.
Oh.
Yeah,
San Diego's the one that's like baby blue?
Yeah, baby blue and black. Yeah.
That's not them?
No, that's not them.
Oh.
So you got to make sure you specify.
I don't even know who the hell this is then. Who is UC San Diego?
Yeah, there's UC
Triton,
San Diego,
bro.
and then there's University of San Diego.
The what?
They're the Triton.
What is the University of San Diego?
They're
what are they?
It's a private Catholic school.
No. They wear the baby blue.
Baby blue and black.
That's not them?
No, that's not them. That's what I say you got to specify.
Who is this
two
one?
different schools.
What do they wear?
They wear navy and yellow.
Oh.
Yeah, they're the Triton, bro. This is their first year D1 school. That's why when you they never. This is their first year jumping to D1. So you got to specify.
You got to watch out for those.
Yeah, you do.
You do.
Yeah, the
Triton. Friggin' like James Madison in football. It's like, oh, shoot.
Exactly. The Triton, bro. You got the Triton, you got the Toros.
Yeah.
Oh, the Toros is who I see. This whole time I thought I was talking about the Toros.
Yeah, see, you got to specify.
Are they called the Tritons, or is that just their mascot?
They're called. That's their Memphis Tigers, UC San Diego Triton. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, his name is King Triton.
See, I put y'all on game, bro.
The mascot is named King Triton.
Yeah, see?
Wait, so he was named after the Little Mermaid?
No, dude, it looks like he's named after Aquaman.
Oh, that's awesome.
Well, because Aquaman had the Triton. Given his close proximity to the Pacific Ocean and his connections with the Scripps Institute of Oceanography, the nickname of the Tritons became an appropriate one in 1964. The Triton is often described as the offspring of Poseidon and Aphrodite, who is a demigod of the sea.
Aphrodite.
Hermaphrodite, whatever. Yeah.
Come on, Rose. You can not read that.
Oh, shut up.
Hey,
You can read one page of a Harry Potter book. Take this in the ass.
UC San Diego, they are 30-4. They are 36th in Ken Palm. By the way, Memphis is 51st.
Sheesh.
They're an Under Armour school, too. They must protect this house.
They should.
UC San Diego is coached by Eric Olin. Eric Olin. They have the nation's longest win streak at 15.
They got merch.
Are we UC San Diego fans, bro?
I mean,
We have to
look,
rock
and
it.
I'm looking at their best players. Oh, good grief. Look at the first name on Tate
I'm not
Jones.
even gonna try to do it, bro.
Annie Wanawa?
Wanawa.
Annie Wanawa?
Tate Jones, Annie Wanawa.
Annie Wanawa.
He's from New Zealand.
Okay, look, there's one kid that started at Western, so he started at UC San Diego. Another kid that started at Western Carolina. Another kid who started at UC San Diego. Another kid that started at UC San Diego. Another kid that started at Oregon State. Another kid that started at St. Mary's. And, oh my God, they have a guy named Maximo Milovic.
Oh,
that is awesome.
Let's go, Maximo.
Maximo?
Yeah, but we are the rock
Maximo Milovic?
Yeah, shout out Maximo, bro. He average what? Yeah, you get some chick?
And they got some size too, man. They got a 6'4" point guard, 6'5" shooting guard, 6'6" small forward, 6'6" power forward, and a 6'8" center.
Let's go, bro.
Yeah, and they got merch on the website. You can get a Big West Conference Championship shirt for $20.
Let's go.
Eric Olin,
They've also, of course,
30-4 with the nation's longest win streak.
Of course, they have a section for their eco-friendly merch too.
See, I told I told you guys, like, I stand by this. Those are the kinds of 12s that I want no part
That's
of.
what I'm saying. Yeah, the ones you never heard of.
30-4 with a 15-game win streak.
Yeah, the ones you
like they know they're good,
Yeah.
right? They know they're good.
Oh man, I'm with them, bro. I'm rocking with UC San Diego, bro.
Yeah.
Let's get some money with them, man.
They haven't lost since January 18th.
Put some money on
It's a
it.
long time to not lose.
Yeah.
Number 4, Grizzlies Weekend. All right, so, man, because of everything that took place on Saturday night, Friday night seems so distant, but we got to see Cleveland in person on Friday night, and my God.
Oh boy.
Oh, buddy.
We were
Cold, bro. Cold.
That was,
without Don. They turned Sam Merrill into a legitimate NBA player. We saw him here, bro.
Yeah,
We
he
had
played
him.
for us. We had him.
He was buns.
Couldn't stay healthy.
Couldn't stay healthy, but
Yeah.
still was buns.
Let me tell you something. He was not. He's never been. I have a Sam Merrill Memphis Hustle jersey.
That'll make him not buns.
Look.
Fair point, though.
You know, hey, you know how we joke and we say that, like, how many times when I used to say, like, you know, Devin Booker would score on Zaire Williams 99 out of 100 times, and we go through it, like, look, I'm not down on things, okay? Don't take this the wrong way. This is to express how I feel about Cleveland, not necessarily how I feel about the Grizzlies. We could play that team 10 times. We would be lucky to win once. They are devastating.
Yeah.
No, truly. I know they lost to Orlando over the weekend, which shocked me as well.
But they've won 16 games in a row. You can lose a game. It's, you know.
They are, you know, they trademarked Cavalanche.
Yeah.
Which is a cool little thing.
It is. We got hit.
We got hit within the second quarter, and I was like, "Oh, buddy, oh, buddy."
Well, just one,
and
just
they didn't
one
even
person,
have Donovan Mitchell.
One person
have
got
their
hit with the
best
Cavaliers.
player.
One specific person specifically walked down twice in a row. 7-point game, Verno. Walked down.
Mobley just right on Edie's head.
Get the rebound. Bow!
Did you like the Mobley-Edey matchup? You did not.
Yeah, no, it was not. I was not a fan of it when we went from down 7 to down 14 in a matter of 30 seconds. It's not my favorite thing.
Okay, here's the problem. The problem is
they're awesome and we're not.
Okay, that is a problem. But beyond that, I didn't feel like it got us any closer to figuring out what we are and who we're playing, because we watch them play against a good team and then we bail on Wells and we bail on Edey because we have to. And it's like, bro, like, we only got like 15 games left and we don't know what our rotation is. And then we run Gigi out there and Gigi comes down the court and shoots like a 30-footer. Now we send his ass to the G League. Like, they very clearly like, hey, man, you need to play defense. You need to guard your position. You need to get rebounds. You are there to augment the best players. And it just does not get through his head. It doesn't get through Vince's head. It's like, bro, we need y'all to be role players. So next thing I know, you're playing on Saturday night against Miami, and we're playing Cam Spencer, and we're playing Lamar Stevens, and we're playing Jay Huff, and Gigi Jackson is not playing at all. It's like, bro, we just started him last week. He went from starting to now he's in the G League. Like, we're still petri dishing this thing. Yeah. We have no idea who's going to start and play big minutes when the playoffs begin. I really don't know. Because you would just think, like, okay, they're just going to do the Jaron Brandon thing if they, right? Like,
when you break glass, just put.
Yeah, it's going to be the, same way we did with Tillman years ago. But, like, I just feel like we have 3 certainties, and that's it. And we got 15 games left in the season, and I have no idea who's going to play those spots. I really don't. I know how we'll probably try to start, but I'm talking about, like, when we look up, is it Kennard? Because Kennard, like, he got swallowed up in that Cleveland game right after he had been good. So it's like, are you going to be able to help us? Are you, like...
Maybe Scotty, because Scotty will scrap.
Yeah, right. Scotty has been bullying his way into the rotation
I love how
by
hard
playing hard.
Yeah. Playing hard as a mug.
Right? But it's like, who are we playing? And the other thing is this. I took nothing away from the Miami game. That team has quit.
They have.
Yeah, that is the...
that's crazy.
That might be one of the
quit.
worst Miami teams I've ever seen. Like
no,
when the last time the Miami team's been that bad?
They fight usually, and there's...
That is not Heat culture.
That's not Heat culture.
No, I'm telling you, they have just given up on the season, and they just punted. After that Butler trade, they've just punted. I have never, that was not talent and a talent disparity that caused that. That was an effort disparity, which was crazy to see. Bam Adebayo's not even playing.
No.
It's like, bro, Jaron cannot go 11 for 13. Like, that's bananas.
He was cooking Bam Adebayo.
He could have done whatever he wanted. But I'm saying, I'm watching that team, and I'm like, bro, y'all don't even care.
Yeah.
This is wild.
And I saw a number 20 check in. I said, is that Kyle Anderson?
Yeah.
When did he become a Heat?
Yeah, the trade deadline.
I was like,
he was on the Warriors.
And they hate Jimmy
Butler deal.
And they hate they hate Butler so bad they gave his number to Andrew Wiggins too.
He plays exactly like him too, which is so weird. But he's not as good.
Not nearly as good. Yeah,
he tries to play like
take that back.
He great value to Jimmy Butler.
I'll say in the Cavs game.
I don't know how many times how many times over the years have I said this? Jimmy Butler has for over a decade been the most underrated player in the NBA.
Yeah, he has been.
Every team he goes to, he makes awesome. Every team he leaves turns to absolute hell. Every time. Minnesota, Philadelphia, Chicago, Miami. That's now 4 in a row. He made them awesome, and then they didn't pay him, and then he left, and they turned to crap.
Yeah.
I don't know what more you can do than affect winning and losing in that profound a manner.
Cold now.
I say for the
crazy, but he
for the Cavs game, there's stuff with not being able to play Edey, not being able to play Wells, GG, Vince, whatever. But dude, Ja was amazing.
Bro, he was.
And
Nobody
For
came
the
along
second
for the
time,
ride.
Dez and Jaron were just... Dude, that's twice we played them, and Evan Mobley has outplayed Jaron by far in both of them.
Well, and what was wrong with Dez?
Like, your stars have to play like stars, and only one of them played like a star.
Dez has been so bad, especially, which is so weird.
He's been bad
You
against
would
Cleveland,
think
man.
with Ja going for 40-something, and then but that Dez would, the things would open up for you.
Make it easy for him.
He
Yeah.
just couldn't do anything
For
in either of
Jaren-
the Cleveland games.
For Jaron, it was at least his first game back. Like, he had missed like 4 or 5 in a row, so you can give that excuse.
Speed of game.
But like, dude, your stars have to be stars. Like, especially with how thin you are, there's so many unanswered questions elsewhere. Like, those guys got to be great.
And here's what I'm saying. Like, dude, we got like 15 games left, and we're still like so far from figuring it out. We have no Ja Morant tonight because now it's a hamstring. Is it your shoulder? Is it your hamstring?
Too hard against Cleveland, bro.
I mean, we need the maximum amount of reps together as a group, because the reason you need the maximum amount of reps as a group is because you don't know who the 2 other guys are. You still don't know. Like, you need to, as a group, like, hey, let's play great together as a group.
Was Santi
for an amount of time?
Was Santi
When's Santi
upgraded?
supposed to come back,
Was
bro?
he upgraded for the? Yeah, he's doubtful, so that's got to be soon. They upgraded him to doubtful.
For a good little hot minute.
He has.
And it's a calf thing, so like
Oh yeah.
But I'm just saying, who is playing? You know what I mean?
Who's
I
coming
need
along
the
for the ride?
maximum amount of reps that I can get, because now I really don't know. I honestly, I do not know who I would.
They're going to end up playing Santi at the 3 in the playoffs.
Look, Santi and Brandon will play. Like, you want to place a bet on who is who gets the 6th most minutes on the Grizzlies?
In the playoffs?
That's the question.
Give us a matchup.
Because we know the top 5.
No, but regardless of matchup.
Regardless of matchup?
The 6th, I'm telling you, it's going to be Ja, Dez, Jaron, Santi, Brandon. Who gets the 6th most minutes?
This might shock you, bro. I'm just gonna go out on a limb because I think he with the shit. I'm gonna go Scotty.
You think he gets the 6th most minutes?
Who else you gonna go with?
So I would do that too for the
I
other.
would say Kennard to stretch the floor and be a veteran.
So you want me to
be the most likely?
Do you want me to be the Debbie Downer and why I agree with Devin?
Thank you, Roser.
Because I don't know if Ja can play every game in a series.
Oh well.
Well, he has not.
That's not why I said it.
I know, but that would be
but
my
he has not
reasoning why
proven-
I would agree with you.
He hasn't proven.
Like, dude.
That's not why I said
I know, it's not why you did, but it's why
You
I'm
might be in a
saying it.
7-game series,
Yeah.
and he hadn't played 7 games in a row in 3 years.
Okay, I'm changing my answer. I'm changing my answer.
Don't
bro.
be mad at Devin. That's not his reasoning. That's my
Be
reasoning.
mad at him.
Be mad at
I
me.
said Scotty because I think Scotty's with it. And I'm gonna go. I really think Lamar's gonna be good for us in the playoffs. I have a faith.
Oh my God! And we just had him on 2 10-day contracts.
Vernon.
Bro, dude,
That
if you're depending on a guy
gonna
who
be
you had
Luke
on
Kennard.
2 10 days
I would
to
bet-
be good for you in the playoffs, like, bro, you're not going to be good in the playoffs.
I would bet Kennard because everybody will box and elbow us, and we'll have to have somebody that can shoot the ball.
Yeah.
Jalen Wells. I'll go Jalen Wells for 3rd place.
Jalen Wells is playing well.
Jalen Wells gonna play well in the
Still not
playoffs.
sure.
Number 5.
Oh.
Tony Allen retirement night. All right, so Tony Allen retirement night was on Saturday night. A big kudos, in the words of Chris Wallace, who I saw this weekend, to everybody associated with the Grizzlies game operations, because I thought you guys did the best of all best jobs on this. The whole night was great. The Lupe Fiasco thing was great. The intro was great. The video presentations were great. The
The old school videos was
so many people. Yeah, the old school videos were great. I thought it was a perfect job for this night. And do you know what's you want to hear something crazy? I'll give you a little behind the scenes thing.
Let's go.
Super crazy. I was so thrilled when that video started playing, the 6-minute video before they did the whole thing.
Yeah.
And then it popped up, narrated by Chuck D.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Did you
Bro.
have something to do with that?
They asked me to reach out to him. And after he said those nice things about me, this is to Chuck D's credit, I messaged him. I was kind of sheepish to do it, but I messaged him and I was like, hey, they're doing this thing with the Tony Allen retirement. wanted to know if you would be interested in voicing the, the thing that they're doing, the video as they're doing it, whatever. I will tell you, immediately got back to me and said, email this guy.
Dang.
Immediately.
Look at you with the
Shout out Chuck D.
No, not to my credit, to his credit, because that, and also to Tony's credit, because it just speaks to the same way that you saw all those people in the documentary that wanted to be involved, is the same way that a guy was like ready to, yes, I will do this, right? It was super awesome. It was a great night. I got to see everybody. Like I told you, it was like a family reunion. Obviously, we went to the after party after the whole thing was done. Everybody was there. I saw so many people that I had not seen in years. His sisters, his mom. The crazy thing is, and we don't talk about this a lot, I had an overwhelming feeling when I walked in one of the suites, and, I told you I saw Mackenzie Randolph, earlier this year, who I had not seen since she was a little girl. And is now playing for Louisville and has been a McDonald's All-American or whatever else. And it was just crazy all these years later, to see her as a grown-up who's going to college, who's had this, she's going to be in the WNBA one day, and see Zebo's kid. I had not seen Kiki, his daughter, in over a decade. You saw her briefly in the documentary because she now has young kids, and you heard Tony say, grandpa's here or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know how many people know this because you have an awareness of Andre and Levi.
Yeah.
When Tony first moved here and we were going through all those years, Kiki lived with Tony's daughter. Kiki was in high school at the time during all those years, whatever.
Yeah.
Tony had sole custody of her. I don't know how many people know that.
Yeah.
And was a great father, and Kiki was mega successful in school, but she was omnipresent. He lived with him and Desi, or Kiki lived with him and Desi, and was at the games and whatever. I knew her in the early 2010s, and now she's a grown woman with kids and whatever, and it was like, oh my God.
That's crazy.
What a world. What a world. And seeing all the old players, right? Obviously, you saw Vince Carter, Ed Davis, Quincy Pondexter,
Bano
Udre, all kinds of people that were back. I got to see Chris Wallace, catch up with him. John Hollinger was here, catch up with him. Obviously, Lionel Hollins and many others. And then the whole celebration and the raising of the banner and whatever else. I just thought they did an unbelievable job with it. I truly did.
Yeah.
Truly did.
It was one-on-one.
Unbelievable job.
It was one-on-one for sure. I think everybody, I talk to y'all about all the time about black churches.
Yep.
And how sometimes we go to church at a certain hour and we always leave at a certain hour. Tony was epitome, bro. He grabbed the microphone and just talked and shouted out everybody. It was amazing, bro. Everybody got a shout out from Tony. And I thought he was gonna fall off the stage.
Which is you know what? I told you guys yesterday. I didn't care until all the way it played out because they had asked me about being a part of it. Whether I wanted to be on the stage, whether I wanted to do a video, whether I wanted to do whatever. And I was like, look, this is his night, man. This is his night. I don't have to do anything. And then as I watch it play out and I'm watching Quincy Pondexter get things, I'm like, Jesus, Chris, I should have done it.
Yeah.
I was like, you think I'd shout out everybody in the world?
But shout out to Bano. Shout out Quincy for that one time you did this. Davis, you was my dog.
I know. I'm like, this is crazy.
Chris Wallace.
And then then I get done. We get to the after party, whatever, and Tony comes. He gives me a huge hug, and he was so mad at me that I wasn't up there. He's like, bro, where were you? And I was like, man, I had told them I didn't want to, this was your night and whatever. And he's like, what? And I was like,
bro,
I know. I should have. I was like, I didn't care until it got to the point where you were thanking Quincy Ponders. I'm like, what? He's less than dick to do with anything.
Tony was talking his ass off up there, boy.
Hilarious.
It was at one point I was sitting there, I was like, bro, He was just talking. Then he started like walking forward. I was like, and then Desi had to like grab him. I was like, yo, is this dude about to fall off this stage? Like he was. You just let him go. Just let him cook, bro.
Yep.
It was the most Tony Allen thing in the world. It's like one of those things where we talk about all the time. Like the dude didn't put up 20 points a game.
No,
he didn't do this. He
it
didn't
was
do that.
awesome.
But like it's like genuine love, bro. The dude, like everybody in that crowd felt like that dude was gonna die for the Grizzlies and die for the city. And like that's why everybody sat down. I saw people crying, bro. I cried. Like
it was amazing.
It was amazing, bro. You cry?
Yeah.
It was amazing, bro.
Twice.
Cried twice.
Got teared up 2 different times.
Like even
It was
he-
amazing.
Yeah, it was. So,
The introduction was great. That Lupe Fiasco song, when you get something emotional
I know.
and get that song playing over it, man,
And the whole dapping up his kids.
Yeah,
and
then he like
it was awesome.
he held his mom. I'm like,
it can get you
damn,
in the feels.
man. Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was super cool.
That's the heartbeat of
This
the city,
whole
bro.
this whole video with
great.
him walking out and walking down the hall and everything was unbelievable. Like I cannot express enough how great a job they did with this whole evening.
Hey, that's like the whole like Tony Allen, like from the documentary to the lead ups to the presentation, everything was, bro, top tier, bro. Shout out to everybody that had the game mobs to video
This
people.
video, unbelievable.
Yeah,
and look, so appropriate. His number is going to be up in the rafters because he is as representative of this franchise as anything else. Awesome night. Lupe Fiasco was awesome too, by the way.
He was amazing.
He was awesome.
Wearing the Gangsta Boo jersey too. The
Also,
Grizzlies Gangsta Boo.
obviously staying in shape.
Oh, he
You
lifting
bring
weights,
in some
bro.
of these guys that they've let themselves go. Lupe ain't. Not only is he not letting himself go, he looked like I want him to scrap.
Yeah, he was doing push-ups for sure, doing a jail workout.
It was
You
awesome.
see Paul
Look at
Pierce
you,
get on
look at
Tony
you.
for that suit. He said that loose ass suit you was wearing. He said his suit was too baggy. Hey, my boy Tony was in the gym, bro.
You know-
he left. Like,
You know, one of the things, you're sitting together after it all, and late on Saturday night, we were sitting down, and he says to me, he's like, they really stayed, Chris. And I was like, what? And he's like, people didn't leave, man. He goes, I look up, and they were all still there.
Yeah.
They all stayed. And I was like, you thought they were going to, like, hit the exits or something? He's like, I mean, I didn't know how many people were going to stay after the game.
Bro, they love you, bro.
Everybody stayed.
They love you.
And through that speech
They
too.
did. No, they did.
I know.
No, they did do this though.
You started
They
to
did
wear
go
them
from-
down. You
they from
started to
standing
wear
up-
them down, my guy.
Yeah, they went from standing up.
Oh, yeah.
To everybody's like, all right, TA's still
I
talking.
think I saw a couple people go and take a bath. I know a couple people took bathroom breaks and came back.
Yeah, they needed to turn on
Hey.
some of those, like, Oscars music in the background. to play them on the stage.
Like, yo, Tony,
Was that Chappelle show skit? Wrap that
Yeah.
up, B.
Yeah.
wrap it up, bro. Wrap it.
When we get to the back row, come on.
Hey, look, I told you, I thought he was gonna be like, shout out to the usher. That one
Yep.
time you grabbed my towel
Hilarious.
for me. Like, is the most Tony, like, bro.
Great
that-
night, though.
It
Great
was.
night.
It was
But
great.
like, that's the thing. The reason why I think people get so bothered about like sometimes why our team doesn't play hard, because I think it's
Where
like,
was our team during this, too?
Jaron was out
they're
there.
all-
There's
they're all
a
on the
couple of
bench.
them were out there.
all on the bench,
Jaron.
yeah, all on the bench. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah, Jaron was there. Cam Spencer was there. There's a couple of them that were out there.
That's why I think that's that people get so like sometimes get aggravated because it's like the dude.
You
that's-
saw this.
The foundation of this franchise was built on playing his ass off.
Yep.
Like the foundation of it.
Yep.
It's like, why do you like? We want you to do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I know he did this other stuff. But like, why not give your everything, bro?
We need more dogs.
We need more dogs.
We need more dogs.
Shout out
Need more
Tony.
dogs.
Shout out
We need
Tony
more
Allen, man.
dogs. All right, let's take a quick break. We'll come back into this. Chris Vernon Show.
We had big classic news from the Southern Heritage Classic last week when it was announced Arkansas Pine Bluff and Alcorn State will be the two classic participants.
Being a part of the classic is a big deal. It's the third year for UAPB and the first year for Alcorn. So I'm just glad we were able to get it done.
Get all of your HBCU sports and culture news by tuning in to HBCU Huddle with CJ Hurt and Mike Wallace. New episodes drop every Thursday on grindcitymedia.com, YouTube, and Spotify.
Thanks for showing up, Memphis. Nothing compares to catching your Grizzlies IRL. And that all starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Ticketmaster gets you to the game so you can catch every highlight. Put that jersey collection to use for the next game and get Grizzlies tickets at Ticketmaster. Whether they're here at FedEx Forum or on the road, Ticketmaster's got your back when it comes to scoring tickets. And there's no better brag than saying you saw it live.
Double your chances to win all month long in March with two big promotions. On Fridays, embrace the madness and win a share of $150,000 in cash and free play. On Saturdays, starting March 8th, go for the gold and win your share of up to $10,000 in cash and free play in the 80K Fool's Gold giveaway. Enjoy live entertainment all month long and play for your chance to win big in March only at Southland Casino Hotel. Must be 21 or up. Play responsibly. For help quitting, call 800-522-4700.
When it's all on the line, you turn to the strong, the stable, the unwavering. To those with a history of raising their performance, to meet the moment. It's true in basketball. It's true in banking. Grizzlies Checking from Pinnacle. Play hard. Bank easy. Open a Grizzlies checking account with at least $100 and a recurring direct deposit by August 31st. And you could receive a $200 direct deposit bonus into your account. Details at grizzliesbanking.com. Member FDIC.
Can't wait. It's time to get it popping. It's going to be crazy. The fans are going to be loud. We need just energy.
Behind the back to Jared for the flush.
We're going to need, the Forum rocking. We're going to need, everybody in Memphis to be out there to come to support.
When the fans are good, we're good. Simple as that.
A Bane three. Yes, sir. Desmond Bane with ice water in his veins.
We'll ride the energy together.
You've coached a lot of different versions of the SEC, and obviously there's never been one deeper than this. What's it like been coaching in this?
The reason for the league being so good is the commitment. Commitment to coaching, commitment to facilities, commitment to the NIL across the board. There is not anybody in our league that's not investing in all those things.
The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Thanks for showing up, Memphis. Nothing beats catching your Grizzlies IRL, and nobody knows that better than you. So next time you want to hit up a game, Ticketmaster's got your back with tickets to every upcoming matchup. Whether you're catching the Grizzlies at home or on the road, you'll find tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Keep putting that jersey collection to use and get Grizzlies tickets today. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside again soon, Memphis.
Shinedown. Dance Kid Dance Tour. Live in Memphis. FedEx Forum Saturday, August 30th. With special guests, Bush and Morgan Wade. Get tickets now at livenation.com. Shinedown, live in concert. For more, visit shinedown.com.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans, want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you during the Grizzlies 2024-2025 season? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GVWR.
Welcome back to the Chris Vernon Show on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Now, back to your host, Chris Vernon.
back. Chris Vernon Show. All right, let's knock out these last 5. Number 6, what'd you watch?
Oh, snap.
I watched episode 10 of The Pit.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm still watching The Pit.
Are we into The Pit? We love The Pit.
Still love The Pit. Episode 11's already out.
Is it getting better? Is it getting...
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, it's great.
The only thing I saw everybody talking about this weekend, I see these like pop culture things that I have no awareness of. Yeah, everybody's talking about White Lotus. Do you watch White Lotus?
I watched the first season of it. Everybody loves it. I was whatever.
You didn't care.
I didn't care.
Okay.
Yeah, just kind of all right.
The Pit you recommend though?
Love The Pit.
I don't think I watched. I mean, we had a game Friday night. We had a game Saturday night. And yesterday, I watched college basketball all day. I think that was it. I don't think I watched it. I don't think I watched anything.
I watched The Pit. It was Thursday night, so.
Yeah, I don't think we were down here Friday night. We were down here
Saturday,
all day Saturday.
I watched SEC tournament. Watched Tigers.
By noon those games were on. What's it called? We were here late Saturday night.
And then Sunday,
I didn't go to bed until like 1 something, and that is not me.
No. And then Sunday, the SEC tournament final was at noon. The Tigers was at 2, and then immediately after that, the selection show started.
Yeah. And then I stayed up watching Gary and them on CBS Sports.
Man, Jerry Palm was so mad.
Big nerd energy.
Like he couldn't get the information out because he was so mad about North Carolina.
What a guy. I watched the Rolling Loud because Rolling Loud Festival was this weekend.
Rolling Loud?
Which one was this?
This is L.A.
L.A.
It's like the biggest hip hop festival. They had. I watched Ken Carson's performance. I watched Larry June. I watched our boy Jello. By the way, Jello cannot perform, but he has the crowd on control. But Playboy Cardi was the big one, bro.
Playboy Cardi was the big one at Rolling Loud?
He was the big one Rolling Loud. He showed up, by the way, an hour late. Showed up an hour late. He performed.
You don't say.
He showed up. But he did perform 35 songs.
What?
At least his set list was 35 songs long.
That took like
was it worth watching?
Bro, that joint was crazy, yo.
The crowd's nuts.
The crowd was going ham.
There's so many people.
Really?
So many people.
So Castanet shows up halfway through the set.
Oh, wow.
And like it gets dark. And Castanet comes out of the dark. He's like, hey, everybody.
Hey, Chad.
I need everybody to take 3 steps back. Because apparently people were passing out in the crowd. Because they were raging too hard. So he was like, I guess.
I hope nobody was under the influence of drugs.
All the periodic table drugs were done. All of them.
Crash outs love Playboy Cardi.
Yes, that's the crash out culture. So they just because I guess the fire marshal had made a phone call, like, we'll shut this thing down if y'all can control the crowd. So he's like, take 3 steps back, but people on drugs, they didn't really know what's going on. They're just standing there. They're not taking 3 steps back. He said, yo, we will not start this performance again until y'all take 3 steps back. Eventually,
oh, wow.
Yeah, they moved the gate back. And bro, I'm telling you, I had to listen to the album on Friday. I listened to the album, I guess, through the performance on Sunday. Bruh, he got some thumpers on that joint.
You thought it was good.
Thumpers on that joint, bro.
Who else was there?
Weekend came out with him. Nav was out there with them.
He's opening for the Weekend on the Weekend Stadium tour.
Yeah, which is crazy for Cardi and the Weekend. That's all. He performed the Kendrick songs. He performed the Future songs. They didn't come out. They didn't pop out though. The second thing I watched this weekend, I watched this in person. Had a long night Friday against the Cleveland Cavaliers. I had a long night, but I said I'm gonna wake up in the morning because I think it was important for me. I thought it was very important, dope, that our 2 stars, Desmond Bain and John Morant, their AAU teams made their debuts in Memphis at the UIBL.
Debut?
Like that word?
Did you just pronounce the T in debut?
They made their
debut.
They made their debuts.
I'm gonna side, Dave. I'm gonna side with you. There's no reason. There's no reason for that T to be there. It's not pronounced. There's no reason for it to be there.
They made their debuts.
They made their debuts.
Wow.
At the Junior EYBL in Memphis, and I don't know about y'all, bro, but having 2 stars in this city that have AAU teams that their first game of their season is in the city of Memphis. I thought it was pretty cool, so I popped out Saturday morning.
Was it the Memphis Sports and Events Center?
Sports and Events Center. I popped out. The games were at 9 o'clock on Saturday morning.
How old are these teams?
So Junior EYBL is 7th grade, 8th grade. Ja has a 7th grade, 8th grade team, and Dez only has a 7th grade team. But I sent y'all a video. One of them kids is not in the 7th grade, bro. You saw that video I sent y'all.
Yeah. I saw. He's still 6'5".
He's 6'5", about 250. Dez's team won by 30, by the way.
You don't say.
Bainville Academy is the name of his team. They won
Bainville?
By Bainville.
Oh, I like Bainville.
Bainville. Dez was there. kind of coaching his team on.
And then you had Team 12?
12 time.
12 time.
12 time. Josh's team. D-Tap coaches the 7th grade team, and his dad coaches the 8th grade team with Trey Draper and all them. Ja was there for both games. It was cool to see Ja and Dez pop out the night after the game. Like, they just played the game.
Yeah.
They were there early in the morning to watch their teams. I thought it was pretty cool. The teams are pretty good. I thought it was just super dope for the
two AAU teams.
You know what I'm saying? The connection to the city.
And they were both there.
Giving back to the youth kind of thing. I thought it was cool.
Because neither of those teams are out of Memphis.
Exactly. They're not even Memphis teams.
One's a South Carolina team, one's an Indiana team.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which they didn't have to do. You know what I'm saying? They get some people have their AAU team and just slap their name on it.
That's right.
By the way, Mookie Betts has a team. I don't know why.
Mookie Betts from Nashville.
Yeah, but he has a basketball AAU team. They have team Mookie. But yeah,
that's a cool name.
Shout out to our superstar.
Big Team Mookie is cool.
Team Mookie.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's
super sweet guy, Mookie Betts, by the way.
Really?
Yeah. And terrible. He's got this. Have you guys? You probably don't. They're doing this big thing in Japan, right? They're doing this big thing in Japan where they're going to have a couple of games over there because of the Japanese connections with both the Dodgers and the Cubs. And Betts has gotten this illness, and he's lost 15 pounds. And, and they've ruled him out. He's not going to be able to. So thoughts and prayers up with Mookie Betts. Hopefully he can get better because he's had a rough go of it, and he's going to be unavailable. They start actually tomorrow. I think the games are in Tokyo.
Okay.
They're playing a couple games out there. Grow the game. As it were.
Grow the game.
Yeah.
Grow the game.
Wait, are these regular
They're
season
They're going to be just those two teams.
How they
where
do,
they do it a couple. They do it a while before
actual opening day starts.
Correct. But they are going to count in the standings.
Okay.
Yep. Number 7, NBA standings. Boy, are we in a dogfight because 43-25 is the record of the Grizzlies. It is also the exact same record as the Houston Rockets and the Denver Nuggets. And it is 2 games in the win column ahead of the Los Angeles Lakers, they have 25 losses, which is the same number as those 3 teams that I just mentioned, but they've only got 41 wins because they've played 2 less games. Houston is the one that has moved way up the standings. They have won 6 games in a row. Meanwhile, the Nuggets have been 5-5 in their last 10. The Grizzlies have been 5-5 in their last 10. And the Lakers have been 6-4 in their last 10. The teams that are flying up the standings. So, bro, if the Warriors and the T-Wolves are going to keep going 9-1 and 8-2, you're in peril of really dropping. You go 500, and those teams can get you if they're going to keep going 8-1, 9-1, whatever the case may be. And they got a real win streak going with the Minnesota Timberwolves right now. Julius Randle has been awesome for them since he has returned to the lineup. And so the Grizzlies got to keep on winning games because even going 500 over the course of time, these teams are able to flip the standings on you. And as of right now, they're 3.5 up on those 2. Obviously the ones to worry about are the Warriors and the Timberwolves, right? You've been in that same mix with the Rockets, the Nuggets, and the Lakers. Yeah. But those teams are jumping in the mix.
Yeah.
Because they're just winning at such a explosive rate right now. And so you can't afford to be doing the 500 thing. Right now, you look ahead to just this week, Minnesota, they got Indiana tonight at home. So right now, Minnesota is riding a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They're on an 8-game win streak. They have Indiana tonight, a game they should win, you would think, at their place. Then 2 against New Orleans, then at Indiana, and then Phoenix. Bro, they could really... they're going to be favored in all of those, probably. So, you're talking about a 13-game win streak, possibly. Yeah. And then...
Golden State's still rocking. They beat the Knicks this weekend.
And then Golden State's still rocking. So, what I'm saying is, you've worked so hard all season to have this kind of record and give yourself some breathing room. Well, that breathing room is cratering.
Yeah.
Because these teams won't stop winning, and they go 8-2 over the course of, look, Minnesota could flip the standings on you within 2 weeks. They win 5 games in a row, and you win 2 of your, you know what I mean? Let's say you go 2-3, and they go 5-0. You're gonna look up. You're a half game up on them. You're in the damn play-in.
Can't have that.
Seriously, like it's a real thing. Like I mean, and who knows when LeBron's coming back? But I mean, the Lakers, luckily,
he's fine.
Of course he is. You see him running up and down the sidelines?
Yeah, he's just taking the week off of this, like when they play like 5 games in 7 days. He's just taking the week
Bro
off.
was in Sacramento. They was playing a game in progress.
Yeah.
And he was in Sacramento watching his son play.
Yeah, running up and down the sideline.
But I mean, they should still be able to. They'll still beat San Antonio without them tonight. So I mean, that's a win for them. So I mean, like the Grizzlies got to take care of business against Sacramento tonight.
Yeah, bro. And been hooping. Julius Randle been hooping too, boy.
I know.
Golly.
It's getting a little stressful here in the standings when you see those teams playing at such a high rate and you're playing average basketball.
I think we all said we'd probably rather play the Rockets or the Nuggets.
Correct.
Yeah. The rest of the team.
The Rockets are the one.
Yeah.
The Rockets are the best chance at making it to the second round.
Yeah.
Just because of their lack of playoff experience.
That's true. Yeah.
And their lack of offense.
I also say, like, Denver's not, like, scary. I mean, Jokic is awesome, but, like, dude, they lost to the Wizards.
I will tell you, and you guys scoff.
Like, there's a level of, you know.
I know you guys always like to scoff at my shot quality thing.
Yes, I do.
The only team we're better shot quality-wise in the shot quality standings than in the West that would be a playoff team is Houston. That's the only one. Our shot quality defense is terrible.
Oh,
we give a lot of open trays.
It's our shot quality defense.
Oh, I wouldn't pick us to beat anybody but Houston.
I'll throw this phone at you.
Of the top 8 seeds?
Yeah.
Houston's the only one I think we could beat in a 7-game series.
Well,
I don't think, maybe Denver.
Well, hold on.
At this point, bro, we got
to run through them.
Who the hell
Wait.
Get somebody.
Clippers
with Kawhi. Clippers beat us in 6.
F you, Roser.
The Lakers sweep us, or 5. The Thunder sweep us.
We're not getting. No.
We ain't getting dubbed. We ain't getting dubbed. What's wrong with you?
You're getting 2 down.
Yeah, you're getting
It's
a little
not
bit
2 down.
Yes, you are.
You're 2 down.
You're 2 down.
You're 2 down.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No,
You're
it's
2
not.
down.
You trying to get us dubbed, bro?
You're 2 down.
Dubbed?
You're 2 down.
No, I don't think I am.
No,
are 2
Oklahoma
down.
City and Cleveland are so far and above everybody else that it is now destroyed your actual perspective. These teams are, there's a reason their record is what their record is, bro.
Yeah, bro.
There's a reason the Grizzlies have their record and these other teams have their record.
Well, the reason the Lakers have their
Oklahoma
record
City
in
is
Golden State was because they didn't have Jimmy Butler and Luka Doncic all year.
Understood.
We got. Come on, man. I understand being
Oklahoma
pessimistic,
City is way better than everybody else is in a group.
regular season Oklahoma
You're
City.
trying to act like we're worse than everybody else, and that's just not true. We're just average like they are. Oklahoma City's the only one that's proven to be dominant.
I want to see him be dominant in the playoffs, though.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Be dominant in the playoff situation.
I don't think I am, but
Scared.
not. This isn't
both
scared.
of y'all
This is
both
not
of y'all
scared.
just all just over just chicken. What's the song they play?
We can't beat anybody. We can't beat anybody. We can't beat anybody. We can't beat anybody.
Yeah, might as well do the chicken dance,
In
Rosie.
fact, I wouldn't even pick us against the Pelicans if we had to play right now.
Okay, well, I didn't say
Zion's
that.
so good.
I know, right?
I didn't say that.
I mean, even if the
I didn't
Portland
say that.
Trailblazers got Shaden Sharp back, we couldn't guard his athleticism. Go ahead and keep going that far.
I didn't say
Go ahead.
that. I didn't say that.
Number 8, Rory McIlroy won the Players' Championship. That was a great win for Rory McIlroy. He joined a very, very exclusive class, guys that have won multiple majors and multiple Players' Championships, which is like Scotty Scheffler, Tiger Woods, and Jack Nicklaus. It's his second Players' Championship. He had to go to a playoff today against J.J. Spawn. I woke up this morning and watched it. It was 3-hole aggregate playoffs. So they play 3 holes and then they add it up. and the first hole, Rory goes up by 1. The second hole, they're playing the island green at TPC Sawgrass, where everybody loses the balls, right? It's just the island green. And so they line up and Rory hits a shot and puts it, I don't know, probably 15, 18 feet away from the hole, whatever. And I'm like, oh, this is the moment, right? This is when all the nerves could get to you. And JJ Spawn stands up there and hits it. Bro, the thing flies over the green straight into the water. No bounce, no nothing. And he's like, where did it go? Where did it go? And he's all he can hear is everybody in the stands groaning. They're like, oh. Like the worst feeling ever. Next thing you know, you're +3. So Rory ended up walking away with it. Not so bad, though. I think JJ Spawn got damn near $3 million for second place, so that ain't that bad. But Rory McIlroy's humming along, and he's got 2 wins already and has played very well. And I saw when they were wrapping up today, they said 24 days till the Masters.
Yeah,
Pretty
it's
close.
right around the corner, yeah.
Pretty close.
NCAA tournament's here. That means we get the 15-second promo commercial.
I know.
Yeah.
Number 9, NFL signings. So Jamar Chase and T. Higgins both locked up for Cincinnati. Gotta mean Joe Burrow's very happy. We had wondered so many times, why the hell are they screwing around with Jamar Chase? Should just paid him last year. But ended up locking him down, so Joe Burrow's going to have his guy. You didn't have a choice in the matter. What are you going to do, not pay Jamar Chase? The guy's like best receiver going. T. Higgins, big congratulations to Devin. When Lamar has to miss a game, you're going to get to have the Cooper Rush experience.
Yes, the first white quarterback to play for the Ravens in a long time. Lately they've been putting like all brothers. All brothers at quarterback.
That's right.
So shout out to he made it. Cooper Rush made it.
Cooper Rush.
He broke through, made the cookout.
He's going to wear an equality shirt.
Equality shirt. Shout out Anthony Toller.
The Vikings traded for Jordan Mason from your San Francisco 49ers. Are you sad that Jordan Mason's gone?
Actually, yeah. But I thought we were going to, I guess we'll draft a running back. We always draft one somewhere, so we'll draft one. We brought back Kyle Juszczyk.
You did? The heart and soul of the franchise?
Friday you said,
you said you didn't care. Who needs a fullback?
I don't care. I don't care.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't care.
You care about his wife's designer jacket.
Exactly. No, I've never bought one. They could, I don't know. I think we're going to go back.
Surely you care about going juice.
Yeah,
when he touches
the ball 1 time per game.
Yeah, I know. He gets 1 touch per game, so I'm not exactly worried about a fullback.
He's the heart and soul of the franchise.
No,
After losing Debo, you couldn't lose Kyle Juszczyk.
No.
Yeah.
Then Derek Stingley from the Texans became the highest paid cornerback, the biggest contract ever. 3 years, $90 million.
Put up the graphic I just sent y'all,
basically,
bro.
When I saw that, I thought, you know what? Travis Hunter is going to play corner.
Exactly.
3 years, $90 million?
Here's the thing. Like, you sign these guys, and it's not like we're going to sign Brock Purdy for $50 million a year, probably. People are going to freak out about it. But dude, you know what the salary cap went up this past offseason?
What?
Like $24 million. Like, if the cap goes up freaking $15 to $20 million every year, it doesn't matter.
Look at this graphic, bro. The 2019 LSU team. Look at they broke the bank this weekend. They broke the bank in general.
Jefferson, Chase, Stingley, and Burrow. Good grief.
What a team, bro.
The zillionaires.
And T. Higgins was on the other team in that title game.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
Nuts.
You wonder if you'd ever be able to have that again in college football. I don't think you'd be able to. I don't think you'd be able to have that level of talent.
Because that's a lot of talent.
You know what I'm saying? Because somebody else is willing to pay, right? Yeah. Like I don't think you can have all those guys. I think your college salary cap would be too high, right?
Yeah,
as good as they were.
Yeah, you can't have that. Yeah,
the other thing is there's not a lot of wait your turn guys anymore, right?
You ain't gonna have Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase.
And if I do have to wait my turn, you're gonna be paying me to wait my turn, right? Arch Manning style, Nico style. You're gonna have to be paying me a fortune to wait my turn, right?
It's no
because
more.
Otherwise I'd rather be playing,
right?
Yeah, so you got to pay me to not play.
Yeah, there's no more Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase in situations.
I mean, I guess you could say, in fairness, Ohio State, we may look back with a couple of their guys that they had this year, especially with Jeremiah Smith. And then who's the one that the other receiver? What's his name? It starts with an E, right? The other
Ohio
unbelievable
State.
receiver at Ohio State this year.
Oh,
that just won the title.
Egbuka.
Emeka
Egbuka.
Yeah, Mecca.
Yeah. I mean, we may look back and be like, okay, they had 2 number ones.
Know, right?
Because that Smith kid may end up being the best player in the world.
Right.
But it's not easy.
Yeah, it's hard to do. You gotta bring off that
Stingley got $90 million. $90 million, plays corner.
Yeah, Travis, you know where to go. You know
Yeah,
where to
I know.
go. By the way, shout out to his parents for you see you got a brother named Travis?
Who does?
Travis Hunter.
Travis Hunter has a brother named Travis?
Yeah, his parents just remixed the name. They changed the I to a Y.
Travis with a Y?
Yeah.
Travys.
Well, I mean, that just leads to an entire lifetime of your name being misspelled.
What are we doing here?
What are we doing?
Yeah, it's his younger brother Travis. Yeah, Travis.
Okay.
His parents just got lazy, bro. It's Trayvis Hunter.
Also leads to mass confusion on documents.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, he plays.
Yeah. Right? And confusing the two people for life.
Travis.
I mean, one of them you would much rather have their American Express card.
100%.
I want the one with the I.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Number 10 tonight. All right, so we got a late one tonight for the Grizzle.
I got something for you to watch, Vernon, up until the game starts.
Well, they are playing at 9 o'clock against the Sacramento Kings. By the way, the Kings are favored by 3.5 tonight. Not great.
It's a Jake LaRavia get-back game.
Oh, no. Jake LaRavia revenge game?
You're going to get it back in blood tonight.
Oh, wow. All right. Well, not a lot of great ones. We got a bunch of these teams that are like playoff hunting and for seeds, and then they're playing the rat teams. You got Knicks Heat. You got Rockets Sixers. You've got Timberwolves Pacers is probably the best. And then right at the same time that the Grizzlies are playing against the Kings, an unbelievable one on ESPN. Unbelievable. Warriors, who have been scolding hot, are playing the Nuggets. So we're about to find out.
Yeah.
Right? We're about to find out. The Nuggets have kind of gone 5-5 in their last 10. The Warriors look like absolute world beaters. But this is the test. Now they're playing against the Nuggets, and we're going to see. And if there's one thing they should be deficient in, it's how are they going to deal with Jokic? Yeah. So that's going to be fun. I actually think Nuggets Warriors is great and can tell us a lot. What you got?
I was going to tell you to watch Monday Night Raw.
Okay, I can flip it on.
No, but I can't tell you that now. Because tonight's the face-off. Cena, Cody Rhodes. But the issue is, Verno, they're overseas. Look at that. As an hour ago, they're supposed to kick off the show. I just found out, our guy in the chat, I forgot they're overseas. So the show starts in 10 minutes.
Oh, no. So I just had to watch a replay on Netflix.
Don't look at Twitter.
Okay.
Don't look at what happens. But the show,
that'll be easy.
The show starts in 10 minutes overseas.
Yeah, they're in Brussels.
Yeah.
So, really?
Oh.
Yeah. Grow the game.
Grow the game.
All right. That's going to do it for today's show. Thanks to Devin Walker. Thanks to John Roser across the glass. Thanks to Jacob back in the studio.
Grow the game.
Grow the game is crazy. Grow the game. Oh, by the way, wait.
That's what everybody always says, right?
Wait. I forgot. I got to give this away to somebody.
What, the Tony Allen t-shirt?
Yeah,
Tell him to DM you.
DM me. I want to give away to somebody that, Rose, like you said, somebody
what
that
size is that?
This is a large, bro. What's wrong with
you?
you?
It is?
Yeah.
Oh.
So what you think sizes was?
I didn't know.
Come on, bro. Large boys only, man.
I think I've gained weight. It doesn't look like a large.
It looks like a small. True size.
I don't think I could fit into that. It'd be a little snug.
I don't think I'd look great in that.
Yeah, I will say,
my nips would show.
Somebody, let me know somebody that's outside the city of Memphis, bro. I want to give you
outside the city of Memphis. Devin wants to hook you up with an all hard grit grind shirt. Yeah. Send him a sob story.
Yeah, send me a sob story. Tell me about how your dog got ran over or something.
We'll be back tomorrow. Till then, we gone.